Clap your hands.
This is in reference
Dane.
to me and my coworkers doing the cha-cha slide at work.
Slide to your left. Slide to your right.
Everybody clap your hands.
Left foot, one stump. Left, two
Right
foot
foot-
stumps.
Right foot, right stomp.
Chop chops, real slews.
You ever done the cha-cha slide? I hate you.
They don't play at weddings that much anymore.
I know, but you had a middle school experience where you did it every day of the week.
First of all, I was homeschooled, so
That's
not
right,
really.
That's right.
First time I think I ever heard it was when I was a camper at Kanakuk Camps, I think K7, circa 2006 range, and it changed my life.
Listen, if you lose at fantasy football this year, you must send your child to public school K through 12.
I have to, I have to have a child first.
I know, but that sounds like a horrible punishment.
Yeah, and you have to do what for it again? You have to send them who?
You have to send them to public school K through 12.
Oh, the worst,
That
man.
is the worst. Look at me.
Yeah, so this intro has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about on this podcast.
You
but
don't know that.
it just had to be a little random. So this is episode 34, shout out, 34 of the Until Next Week podcast.
Wow, we're doing it.
Episode 34. Can you believe it?
I don't believe that we've continued to not be canceled.
Yeah, so you had about 3-ish or 4-ish podcasts before the Until Next Week podcast, right?
I had one with Chris Meyer. That was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
One with Tara Orr.
Mm-hmm.
And another one with Rachel Bruner.
And total, all those episodes combined,
Not even close to 34.
like 7 episodes total?
Something like that. Me and Chris did 4 episodes. Me and Tara recorded an episode, and me and Rachel have several unrecorded episodes.
Here's what needs to happen.
Or
So
unproduced.
when we do eventually release our Patreon, we need to get your original podcast recordings,
Oh, man.
throw them on there, and just let everybody eat them up.
I do. I wish I could find them somehow, because the one with Chris was really funny.
That would be good. It'd be interesting to see you, or I guess listen to you in that other environment, and how you've grown through the Until Next Week podcast experience.
I was probably 21-ish years old whenever I did the first one, and now I'm 26, and nothing's changed.
No, it's been
We're
all
going
the same.
back to back.
Yeah, still just as wise as you were back then.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of wise,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I think would be great?
Why?
I think that what grinds my gears.
Why? Wise?
Jermaine.
Why
Jermaine.
grind your gears?
Why
Huh?
does it grind my gears?
Who's?
So
What
grind-
is it? What's it? No? Okay.
You're drunk.
Grind? What
You're-
grinds your gears?
You're drunk.
That's what grinds your gears?
No. What
Okay.
grinds my gears is that I can't purchase hyenas at Bass Pro.
Okay. We talked about this last week. You said you were going to steal them. You don't need to buy them.
I know, but they're not there.
Oh, so did you already get them out?
So here's the thing.
Okay.
So I've done my research.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. You've done your research.
I usually don't do research, but
no,
this
we
one
usually
seemed-
jump into these episodes and it's completely random.
This seems pretty important, so I looked it
Mhm.
up. Can I own a hyena? The answer is many people are entertained by the idea of having a hyena as a pet.
Many people. Who? I've never heard of someone I really want a hyena.
Listen.
Typically, it's I want a tiger, I want a chimpanzee, I want a pet fish.
Well,
Who says I want a hyena?
I don't want a hyena. I want a pack of hyenas.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Well, does it say pack of hyenas is okay?
well, here it says the shocking fact is that there are more pet hyenas.
Pet eels.
No.
That'd be more
Nope.
shocking.
Nope. No. No. You're
Shout
like Ursula
out.
in The Little Mermaid.
Oh, I just hit my elbow. And
Good.
lost hand
You deserve
numbness.
that.
I don't know.
It says people would be shocked to know that a pet hyena in the United States is more common than wild hyenas, because there are over 1,000 examples of pet hyenas in the United States.
Are we saying for pet hyenas, does that include zoos? Or is that just like a Tiger King?
I don't know, but apparently a hyena costs $1,500 to
Apparently,
$15,000.
I'm just on public television.
No, you weren't.
No?
No.
Do you catch my reference?
No, you're drunk.
The apparently kid?
You're still drunk.
Okay, just keep going. I'm not drunk. Gosh.
I need
I've never
you to
had
give,
a sip of alcohol in my life.
I need you to
Shout
give me
out.
$15,000 for a hyena.
That's how much it is?
It says
That's a good deal.
$1,500 to $15,000.
To get the pack, is it like a buy one get one deal, or do we have to
Should.
get $15,000 per hyena?
It needs to be like a pack of smokes.
Why?
What'd I say?
Why?
What'd I say?
I don't know. Just
A pack of Marlboro Ultralights.
yeah. So you with my pack of Marlboros, could I also have a pack of hyenas, please?
They'd be like, what? And I'd be like, never mind.
I want it in paper, not a bag, not plastic. Paper, please. Yes.
Paper.
Okay. So you're going to buy hyenas. That's what you're
to.
saying. Okay.
No, I have to because I've already promised certain people that I will release them in a Rogersville area.
Okay. So we can just wait until next week.
You're going to have to.
Okay. Well, if you are attacked by a hyena, you know why it happened. It's because Dane is a maniac who bought the hyenas to release into the wild, i.e., Rogersville, Missouri.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
This is all up for speculation. So if there's a wild pack of hyenas, it is not actually Dane. It is not him. It's one of the other common folk who just desire to have hyenas in their life.
Could you imagine having to sprint to your car because there's a wild pack of
Yeah,
hyenas?
there's like what's wrong? Why are you so tired? There's hyenas all over. I don't know. I don't want it to happen again. I saw Lion King when I was a kid. They did not treat Simba well, and I don't know. I don't know what to do.
To be fair, all the hyenas only
So why
role.
were you late to work?
The hyenas' only role in the movie The Lion King was to be haters.
Yeah, haters.
That's all they were.
Yeah.
Scar was also a hater.
But people still want them as pets.
I want Scar to be the king of Fried Rock.
He's dead.
No, he's not.
Dane, he's dead.
No, he's not.
You're in denial.
His memory lives
You're
on.
in denial, just like they should put all the hyenas.
Nope.
They showed them in denial, so they drowned. Shout out.
So dark.
No, just the evil hyenas.
Why do you?
I'm kidding. Just the evil hyenas.
Why do you hate the perfectly good pet that I bought?
The evil ones
Why
they
did
throw
you
in
murder
denial.
my pet?
The evil ones. The good ones we can keep alive.
No, I want my pet hyenas.
Okay.
Also,
Hot start.
They're only evil if you don't like them.
Well, it's okay. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Well, great start for your grinding your gears segment. You know, I have a grinds my gears segment, and it kind of relates to BK Have It Your Way. Yes, not our episode BK Have It Your Way, which is a fire episode if you've never checked it out, but Burger King. Yes, there's a Burger King in Springfield, Missouri, our hometown, and I just found out, I think it was yesterday, that the Burger King closed down.
What?
And apparently they found out, no, BK, you cannot have it your way because your way included black mold.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, so this Burger King shut down. Honestly, I think most Burger Kings probably have black mold at this point.
The one by Missouri State?
Yeah, that one closed down. I guess you just can't have black mold for some reason. It adds flavor.
To be fair, that Taco Bell that's right across the street from it, it was at one point the number 3 grossing Taco Bell in the nation.
I thought it was number 1.
Nah, whatever.
It's big.
It was huge, yeah.
It gets so much business.
Oh, yeah. But that Burger King, I've never seen more than one car there.
It's very hit or miss.
Burger King is disgusting.
I always forget it's there, so I think I've been there, give or take, around 5 times in the past 4 years.
At what instance do you ever say to yourself, yeah, I would rather go to Burger King over blank?
Yeah. They have to have a really good deal or Taco Bell has to be way too packed. There's not a lot of great reasons to go. McDonald's,
Wendy's, Freddy's, Steak and Shake, all places I'd rather get a burger from, and cheaper.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they have some good discounts on their app. They try to compete that way, and they had boatloads of discounts. There's so many, but it's Burger King.
Right.
It's not what it used to be. It's not the king.
They don't have the king of burgers anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really a sad story. But yeah, BK Have It Your Way is closed now at that location. But we still have one that they have not been caught for the black mold yet.
Burn it down.
Actually, that other one did catch on fire.
Oh, no.
That was I think a couple years ago. So they tried to burn it down. So maybe they got rid of the black mold.
Guys, don't actually burn it down.
Maybe they had the inspector come in and they're starting to get hey, is that black mold? And then someone set the place on fire to get everyone out so they could buy some time.
That's true hater 101 right there.
When you start to get found out, set a fire.
I mean, low key.
Yeah, low key. That's all I got to do. It's
that's
easy.
If you remember last week, what's my favorite felony?
Arson?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, shout out to the fire lovers out there.
But tax evasion is quickly climbing, so.
So we'll see next week. Who knows? Who knows what it'll be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah?
No.
Okay. Life updates, Dane.
All right.
Second moon?
You want to know what my life update is?
Second moon.
Pickleball has been nice lately. Played with my friend Andrew recently.
You're not supposed to read my notes. Oh, you want me to go now, I guess?
No,
okay.
I'm going to read Dane's.
Oh, okay. So, you go now.
So, Recently, I've discovered that I need to pay up for a previous fantasy football punishment from 10 years ago.
Is that why we talked about fantasy punishments last week? Or did that just like make it pop in your head that you never fulfilled your punishment of going to North Korea?
No. What
This
happened?
is different?
Yeah, this is different.
Okay.
What happened was, it's similar though. We released the episode and everybody listened to it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, wait a second, Dane hasn't fulfilled his punishment from 10 years ago, so they let me know. They reached out.
That stinks.
Yeah, I know.
That's unfortunate,
You know
really.
what the punishment is?
Go to South Korea.
Nope. I have to create a second moon, launch into space, thus igniting a second space race, and continuing the back and forth battle until the GDP of both nations arise.
Was Elon Musk in your league?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
But we don't call him Elon, we call him Lonnie.
Yeah. I mean, 10 years ago, that makes sense. Lonnie, he was just a chill dude who just wanted the second moon.
Yeah,
He tried to lose. He wanted to do it.
He kept talking about a lot of space things. It was weird.
You're like,
He
what?
was the weird guy in the group.
Yeah. I wonder what's with what. I wonder what's happening with him now.
Well, he's president.
Oh, and then he's also fighting a lot. If he's about to fight Mark Zuckerberg, I think.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They challenged
Yeah.
him. I
And
heard that.
I don't. So one of them might die. I don't know how it's going to happen exactly.
They're both old and out of shape.
Well, no, Zuckerberg actually works out a ton, and like he does like jiu-jitsu.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
That's it. He does that, but Zuckerberg can take like a million punches, and he's not human.
Because he's got a lot of
Chunks.
stuff to him, yeah.
Yeah,
He got a lot of mass to him.
Some might call him thick.
Yeah, he's a thick boy.
Yeah, he can take some punches.
Baby, back it up.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wobble.
Okay, so but you're great song, great wedding song.
Oh yeah, I can't play that anymore. Hurts my knees.
That's how you get the knees stronger. You got to keep working them out.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Every time I hit the dance floor though, something crazy happens. Someone dislocates a hip.
Is it usually you or someone else?
It's a little of both.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the dance floor. But for my other life update, pickleball. It has been pretty nice lately.
Well, that doesn't say lately.
Yeah, I don't know if I typed that or you typed that.
I did that.
Yeah, I was like, my notes, I thought I had, it had been nice lately, and then it said lady, and I'm like, I could have done this. I don't know.
Dane changed it to lady.
Yeah. But pickleball, you should all know what pickleball is by this point. It's a thriving sport. I played with one of my friends, Andrew, recently when he was in town. And we're both very competitive, and we like race against each other, like with swimming, like early on, throughout like high school and a little bit in college. And then again, we're both kind of retired now, but we decided to play pickleball. Like I got him into it, and then
I have a fun story.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Well, it's about you
We'll get to that.
and your competitiveness,
Okay, we'll get to that.
and it's brief.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, right now. Okay, we'll get to that now.
You pushed down Abby Palmer for a $5 gift card to Chick-fil-A.
I mean, it was $5. It was worth it. That whenever we did those K-Life games, like I think pushed her down. I slapped your favorite Instagram user's name. Come on, you think of it.
Michael Fuller?
Nope.
Instagram user.
About lemons.
Oh, Sexy Lemons?
Yeah, I slapped her in the head by accident, but I ended up winning the competition. Yeah, there's been a lot of violent acts that are unintentional, but I end up winning most of the competitions.
To be fair, they had it coming.
Yeah, I mean, they saw how competitive I was. They should have known, hey, don't mess with the Samuel Sinster.
Wasn't that just tag?
One of them, yeah, it was like tag, and then like the last one tagged was...
Yeah. Or something. You had to be out until...
Yeah, because whoever tagged the other person first, then you get them out, and it was just us, and she went low, and I went high and slapped her in the head by accident. But I ended up winning, so it was worth it.
Yeah, Lexi deserved that.
Yeah, I don't remember pushing Abby down.
Well, yeah.
I try to eliminate most of those violent acts because in the moment, I just see myself, victory, and gift cards. That's all I see. I don't know what else is happening.
It's blank, really.
Yeah.
Blank space.
Okay. Going back to pickleball. I taught my friend Andrew how to play pickleball, and he loved it immediately. So whenever the next, I think a day or two later came around, he had already purchased like a $90 paddle after like just learning. And we played some more, and this was like a few months ago, and I beat him, I think, each time. So then he was gone for a couple months, and then he came back. I was like, Andrew, have you been playing lately? He's like, no. And I'm like, why did you buy such a nice paddle and not play? But I guess he just wanted to play with me mainly. He might get into it going forward, but we played the other night, and I think we played like 9 games.
Not enough.
And it was hot, and we both got so sweaty. Like, too many details here, but I took off my shirt at one point and just wrung it out kind of as a joke.
Yeah.
And so much sweat came out of it. It was a massive puddle, so I had to do it again in another spot. It was another puddle. I'm like, hyperhidrosis. It gets you.
You are a sweaty boy.
It was so much. Like, it was nuts. So it literally was weighing me down. But we played like 9 games. I think we did 3 doubles games where we played against other people, and then give or take like 6 games solo. He did beat me one time, but I beat him the other 8.
Dishonor.
Or other 5, and then we did the doubles. But together as a team, we beat the other doubles team like 2 of the 3 games. So that was pretty cool.
You have brought dishonor to the podcast.
But because I lost 1 game.
Yes. Perfection, gentlemen.
I'm sorry. I hope you all can forgive me. I hope you all still listen.
Thank you.
Been working on my pickleball skills. Hopefully I'll be better for you in the future.
Well, we'll wait for the responses to see if they forgive you.
Yeah. One other quick thing. With pickleball, you typically don't see a ton of energy, especially like in the rec leagues or just like playing in the park. But my friend Andrew, he is on another level. Like, he would just yell after every point that either he got or didn't get. And people just look over like, oh, hey. But it was awesome.
What sport did he play in high school?
It was swimming.
It was
That's what I
swimming?
did. But
That's
he's like
crazy.
a really like hyped up guy. Like, he is not a quiet dude. Like, he just gets up. He's like, let's go. Yes.
Was that a spider you killed?
Yeah, I just killed a spider. But that's basically how he is when he makes a point. And then he really likes... he gets a little cocky, especially if he gets like 1 point. He's like, woo, yeah. I'm like, Andrew, it's 1-0. Stop it. But he does it immediately. But then if I get 1 point against him, he just gets so mad at himself. Like,
Sounds like he needs his tires slashed.
it's a big roller coaster, to say the least. But it was a fun time. He's a good player. And I look forward to playing with him more in the future and other people as well.
One of my buddies is the same way. His
That's
name's
pretty cool. You have
Spencer
buddies.
Bone. He's the exact
shout
same
out.
kind of
He
guy.
listens to the podcast.
Spencer Bone.
Yeah.
And you told me not to say something on the pod, so I won't say it.
Oh, yeah. You don't. Yeah. But okay. But he's just super competitive. Is that what you're saying? Or is
Crazy
he more
competitive.
pickleball?
No,
Like,
well-
pickleball competitive?
So we played tennis together in high school.
Oh,
similar to
yeah. We've
pickleball.
talked about that before.
And kind of the same way, just let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's those kind of energies are just like unmatched. Like, it's so great. It's
Yeah.
fun to be around those kind of people. It can be a little annoying at times, but overall, it can be pretty fun. Instead of just playing with somebody who's like, good point. Okay.
You solid point, guys.
Oh, darn.
Shucksy doodles.
Shoot.
Pip pip doodly doo.
Cool. Nice. Okay, yep. Yeah, the energy is not great. But Dane,
Yeah?
do you remember something we did 2 weeks ago?
Yes, it was me challenging you to step on a George Foreman grill while hot.
No, I thought it was I had a George Foreman grill going in the morning when I woke up because I love the smell of bacon.
Michael Scott.
Yeah, shout out. But then I stepped on the George Foreman grill and I have a massive burn mark on my foot and it just really stinks.
Oh, man.
It stings.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. But no, I was more so talking about when you threw some "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" questions at me.
Oh,
you remember
no.
that?
Yeah,
little
and I
bit.
remember me not knowing the answers.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got like 6 or 7 out of 10, so I had a pretty good showing. But I didn't have any questions to ask you, so I think it's time to cue the theme music.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Grab a pencil and a piece of paper. Teacher, now we're back in school. So are you smart enough for the fifth grade?
And I have some questions for you today, Dane.
I'm not answering them.
Yeah, we'll have to see if you are smarter than a fifth grader. I have about 10 questions I'll ask you. We'll do a little bit of a deep dive into each one, or maybe not. I don't know. And we'll just see how you do.
I was really good at 5th grade both times.
Well, let's see if you're smarter than your fifth grade self.
Bring it on. I
So,
want it.
first question.
Yeah.
If a car is traveling
Oh, no.
at 40 miles per hour,
Oh, no.
how long will it take to go 190 miles?
Okay.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go with the math.
Okay.
So, 40 miles. You're going 40 miles an hour.
Yes.
So 40 miles in 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 hour is 40 miles. 2
Yes.
hours is 80 miles.
Okay.
Then 120 miles. Then 160 miles.
Okay.
And we're saying 190?
Yes.
Okay. And then, wait, hold on. So 4 times 4, so 4 hours is 160.
Okay.
4 times 5 is too much. So we need 3/4 of an hour. So how many minutes is that? Is that 40 minutes? So I'm going to go 4 hours and 40 minutes. Lock it in. 45 minutes. 4 hours and 45 minutes. 4 hours and 45 minutes.
I was like, oh, Dane, what are you doing? We need 3/4 of an hour, so 40 minutes, right? Yeah, I'm like, oh no, are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Well, because I was like 20, 40, 60. And I was like, oh, wait, no. That's not a quarter of an hour because I was like, quarters are in 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah, so your final answer is
4 hours and 45 minutes.
yes, that is correct.
That's crazy.
That took a little bit, but you did get to the right answer after almost blowing it.
I'm a dog.
Yeah, so, okay, you're 1 for 1 for Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Question number 2. How many nouns are in the following sentence?
Oh, no.
The rabbit ran to the cafeteria and ate a big salad.
3 nouns.
You are correct.
Yeah, because I was listening to it. I was like, rabbit, salad, cafeteria.
Yes, yes, and yes. You're right, man. You are 2 for 2.
I was really good at English and history. So.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So the next question is too easy, so I'm going to skip it.
Oh.
That one's also kind of easy, so I'm going to skip it. Here's a good one for question number 3. Which one of these is a mammal? A seahorse, a sea lion, or a sea urchin?
Fun fact, I know the answer to this.
And it
Because
is.
I've seen Animal Planet.
And it is.
Sea lion.
You are correct. You are
But
3 for 3.
You know what you do remind me of? A seahorse.
Oh, thank you.
Because you give birth.
Are you sure you're smarter than the fifth grader?
Seahorse males are the only ones who give birth.
You know, when I go to stables and stuff, I'm like, oh, seahorse? Did you see the horse?
Nope. Nope. No. You shouldn't be allowed to have a job in America.
Well, question number 4.
I'm going to lock you in the Federal Reserve.
Well, you only can do that if you can guess the answer to the next question.
All right.
Which continent is the least populated?
Antarctica.
You can't lock me up. You have to keep on getting
I'm
these right.
locking you in the Federal Reserve. Because here's the thing. People on the internet and stuff are
Yeah.
like, I want to visit every continent one day. I'm like, you're not going to Antarctica, man. Like,
I mean, I kind of random. I was watching a YouTube video the other day of like this sea cruise that was in Antarctica.
yeah.
Believe it or not, this sea ship did not make it out because they were going through like some icy parts
Yeah.
and they hit the ice and they're like, oh no, I can't make it through. So
What
they
were
went
they shooting
backwards
for?
and then hit it again until they broke through. Believe it or not, that's not good for your boat, and it cut a big hole in the side
Yep.
and it sunk. It was basically like the Titanic, except they were trying to hit the ice.
Well, you know who did exactly this, but with their town car?
You?
Lindsay Reed.
Yep. Shout out
Lindsay
Lindsay Reed.
Reed.
We had to get our weekly. What's the
Burn.
word? Yeah,
Burn.
burn of her.
Because she can't drive.
Yeah, no, she can't.
Bad
And that's
driver
because she
alert.
was related to Dane, and
Da-
no one in
well-
the Biesmeyer family can drive.
Daniel Reed would agree with me.
Well,
Lindsay can't drive.
Yeah, but he's not in the Biesmeyer family, so he can drive okay.
He married in.
Yeah, okay.
He's taking Lindsay's previous last name.
Her previous last name.
Yeah, they're
Shout
both
out.
going to be Daniel and Lindsay Biesmeyer here pretty soon.
That's huge.
That's what I hear.
That's huge.
Daniel, if you're listening, come on, man.
I think I'm going to stump you on this question. So,
Uh-uh.
question number 5. You're currently 4 for 4.
Get the 4-4 at Wendy's.
Since the late 1930s,
Uh-huh.
what calendar date has been designated for the inauguration of a United States president?
Fudge. I know it's in January, but I don't know what day in
You have a
January.
1 in 31 chance.
Yeah.
I give you a huge hint because,
I know it's early January, isn't it?
well, I can't say. You're
Mm,
currently 4 for 4. Let's see if you can be 4 for 5.
okay. I have a pretty good idea that it's not January 6th because that's a different holiday.
No. I mean, that's a good reasoning, I guess.
Yeah.
You just knock some days out.
Because that was one of the days I was like, January 6th is important for some reason. And I'm like, oh, wait, that's National Insurrection Day.
Yeah, that's not a good day.
So, for some reason, the 8th is in my head. One of my friends' birthdays is the 4th, so it's not then. it's not January 2nd because that's the national championship for college football.
Well,
Ish.
you already said with the insurrection being the 6th, that happened before the inauguration.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you would have to go after the 6th. I gave you a huge hint here.
I know. It's after the 6th, before the 15th in my head. Part of me wants to say 14th. I'm going to go January 8th.
You are incorrect.
I knew it.
January 20th
What?
is the correct answer.
January 20th?
Yes.
That doesn't
So
make no
shout
sense.
out to you for being 4 for 5 currently. So you're at 80%. That's pretty good.
This is some bullcrap.
You're smarter than 80% of the 5th graders currently. But let's see how you do on these final 5 questions.
All right.
Are you ready? This one I think is pretty easy, but I'll give it to you.
If I got a 4 out of 5 on every quiz, I'd be a pretty happy camper.
In the initials of the federal agency known as NASA,
Oh.
what does the first A stand for?
5th graders don't know this.
This is the... Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Do you not know what NASA stands for?
National.
Aardvarks.
No.
So awesome.
Pretty sure NASA is an American thing, right? So
Yeah.
National American.
Should I've asked you, is NASA an American thing? Are you
National-
smarter than a first grader?
National America Space Association.
You were sort of on the right track. It's the National Aeronautics and Space, I think, Association. I think that's the last word.
So I didn't get the
No,
A right.
because
But I
yeah,
got
it's the
the-
National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Oh, administration.
Yeah, but it was the first day, so that was aeronautics.
They don't do nothing with aeronautics. They don't fly. They launch.
Do you? Okay, sure.
What?
4 for 6. We got 4 more questions. Let's see how you end this.
Yeah.
I think should be pretty straightforward.
You rapscallion.
What type? I kind of like that word for this question. What type of animal can live on both water and land?
Well, if you like that thingamabobber for the thingamabobber,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. Well,
Well,
it could be a mammal, because the sea otters, and the beavers, and whales are mammals. And I'm going with amphibians.
you just search it on Google.
No,
you searched it
I
on Google. I heard
didn't.
clicking
No,
going
I
on.
didn't.
You were saying mammals, and I'm like, what is he clicking around for? You
I was
just searched it
clicking-
up. No, you said mammals.
I wanted to see what time it
Yeah,
was.
So I think it's mammals and mammals and mammals, and all of a sudden I just hear clicking. And for that reason, it's amphibians. You are
First
4
off-
for 7.
First off, no,
No.
I got it right
No.
because here's the thing: I would have cheated in school too. So
Yeah, but not on the game show. It's the game show scenario. That's all of a sudden like, hey, Mr. Foxworthy, I just need to search something really quick. Sorry, I need to check my email. I'm not mammals, amphibians. That's my answer.
well, to be fair, Jeff Foxworthy is a great American human.
He really is. He's a solid dude.
Shout out to Jeff
Yeah,
Foxworthy.
but that is not enough for you to get this one right. So you're currently 4 for 7.
You might be
I'm-
a redneck.
You might be a redneck if you have a podcast and think you're smarter than a 5th grader.
If your wife's earrings double as fishing lures.
You might be a redneck if you keep a switch in the front seat of the car to hit your kids in the back seat of the car. Okay, so 4 for 7.
5 for 7.
4 for 7. Going for question number 8. How many sides does a hexagon have?
5.
No. A hexagon has 6 sides.
That's some BS.
I thought you would get that
you
one.
saying Pentagon has 5?
Yes.
No.
Why did you not think that through? You knew Pentagon had 5.
So you're telling me a septagon doesn't have 5?
Septagon, I think, is 7.
You telling me an octagon doesn't have 5?
You are 4 for 8 now.
You're telling me a decagon doesn't
you
have
started
5?
out 4 for 4, and then you've fallen apart these last 4. To make you feel better, I'm going to jump up to one of the questions I thought was easy. Are you ready?
You telling me a rhombus doesn't have 5?
Shut up. Here's the easy one I'm coming back to try to help you out. What unit of measurement is abbreviated OZ?
Ounces.
There we go. Okay, we got the easy one out of the way. So we're at 5 for 9. Let's see if you can get back to a D.
You're 5'9".
Huh?
What?
Yeah. Okay. 5 for 9. Final question.
If I get this one, I pass. So
That's what we're saying right now.
what a good time.
Okay. I think this is the question we'll end on back to math class.
Oh no.
If you need 1/2 cup of flour and you
not
only
fractions.
have a 1/4 measuring cup, how many times do you need to use it to get the right amount of flour?
2.
And you are correct. You have won. Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader with 6 out of 10 correct.
Here's the thing. Guess how many of these are going to help me do my taxes?
Well, that one would help you cooking
Maybe.
because it's about measuring cups. And in this scenario, you don't have a 1/2 cup. You only
Also-
have 1/4 cups because you can't afford the 1/2 cup yet.
Also, I had no idea what fractions or cups were until like 7th grade, probably.
Yeah, and then you started playing baseball.
yeah, it's true.
But
But also, the one with the pentagon or the septagon or the hexagon, that's the one where I'm like, really? We're learning this, but we're not learning like how do we change our oil or how do we replace spark plugs or
Yeah.
headlights?
yeah.
I'm like, but did you know a hexagon has 6 sides?
Mhm.
Wow, thanks, teacher.
That's really, really good stuff right there.
I've never thought about hexagons since 5th grade.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that isn't that important. But the last question I did ask you is relevant for real life scenarios. Something that you might come across or your future wife might come across in the future.
Mr. Samuel,
Yes?
can I have an extra credit question?
Yes, you may. Do you want me to ask you this extra credit question?
Yes, because I need the extra credit.
Okay. I've kind of been glancing around in this list of questions to see if I could find something that was relevant.
Can we have class outside?
No.
Oh.
No. Why?
Well,
What kind of question do you want to have? Do you have any like categories you want to stick with?
I want a spicy one.
Actually, no. Here's another math one because this one's really long.
I
and
hate
it looks
math.
Interesting. Are you ready?
Yeah.
A farmer notices that every day for the past 10 days, the number of pigeons in his field has doubled. There are 1,024 pigeons
What
in
the
field.
fudge?
There are 1,024 pigeons in the field today, and there were 2 pigeons there the first day. How many pigeons were there yesterday?
This is BS. This is not a 5th grade question.
This is not that hard of a question. I thought it was harder until I started reading it, and then I was like, it isn't bad. You want me to read it to you one more time?
Hold on. No, I see it in my head.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 16 is like 132. How many days is that? Hold on. Pulling up the calculator.
No, you can't pull up the calculator.
I can't do this math in my head.
Okay, I'm reading it to you one more time because it shouldn't be what you're doing is not the right process.
Okay, go ahead.
A farmer notices that every day for the past 10 days, the number of pigeons in his field has doubled. There are 1,024 pigeons in the field today, and there were 2 pigeons there the first day. How many pigeons were there yesterday?
I don't see the difference.
There are.
I see it's a trick question now,
Here's the summary question, which makes it a lot easier. There are 1,024 pigeons in the field today. How many were there yesterday if they were doubling each day?
So half.
Which is?
Half of 1,024.
Which is?
It's 5, 12.
There we go.
512.
There's the thought process with Dane on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Also, the multiplying thing wouldn't have worked either.
Well, no, eventually you would have got it because it would have been 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1,024. But you were still getting there.
Well, that's the same. Well, I remember that question,
Yeah.
but in the form of, would you rather have $1,000 right now?
Or it's like the penny
Or
that
your
multiplies
penny,
double
yeah,
every
doubling
day.
every day,
And it's
yeah.
like, if you do this for a
30
month,
days.
it's like in the millions or something crazy.
Yeah, something crazy.
But you don't do that great the first couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, because the first day you're like, wow, I have 2 pennies. I wonder if my wife's going to be upset
But
about
then it
this.
should be a trick. But it should be another question. It's like, well, but you have the other money. You can take that and put it all on red every day during that same time period.
Sure.
And by the third day, you'd be out of money.
Specifically,
Mm-hmm.
red 18.
Red 18.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kids, if you're listening at home, put it all on red 18.
Don't do that, kids. Don't actually do that.
This is not gambling advice.
We are a Missouri podcast, which means gambling's not legal.
No, sports gambling's not legal.
Oh,
Regular gambling in a casino is legal because we have Joplin casinos.
shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joplin,
Yeah.
Missouri and their casinos.
I know that because I go there sometimes, not to gamble, but to do my work.
Thanks for the clarification. That's good stuff right there.
Because
So,
my work has vending machines. I mean, not vending machines.
oh,
In, in that casino.
oh, okay, cool, very nice. Well, let us know how you thought Dane did
Hey,
on the "Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader" segment. Were you smarter than him? Are you smarter than Dane? Because if you're smarter than Dane, you're probably smarter than 60% of fifth graders.
Let me tell you why I got better than a D on that test. Math
Tell
is
me.
racist.
Don't go
Therefore-
down this. I
therefore-
don't know. No,
Therefore, those
don't,
questions should be thrown
don't.
out, and I pass.
Should I keep this in here? I don't know.
Math is racist.
No. Stop. We're done with this. Okay.
Are you smarter
Than a fifth grader?
Ka-chow.
Yes. So I think it's that time of the day where we're going to get into some final thoughts. Yes, you know this. You love this. And my final thought for today is a good one. Never take a long walk on a short pier
Why?
because you'd fall off.
Well, what if I want to go swimming?
Well, we're not taking a swim. We're going a long walk.
Oh.
So you don't want to go on a long walk on a short pier because then you will fall off. And then you'll be swimming with the fishies.
The fishies.
The fishies.
There's the fishies.
Yes. And maybe the hyenas from the Nile River we
No.
talked about.
They're not in the river. They're roaming the streets
They're
of your
Roman.
suburban
They're
neighborhood.
Roman because they're close to the Nile in Egypt.
No, they're roaming the suburban streets of your neighborhood.
Your neighborhood. Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
smarter than
No.
a fifth grader? But
You-
also,
Yeah?
my
Uh-huh.
final thoughts.
You do have a final thought.
I always have final thoughts.
I also have one other final thought after this final thought, and I want to end it with that as well. So say your final thought, and then I'll actually say my final thought again.
My final thought is I should be allowed to do things that other like Americans are not permitted to do.
Like going to North Korea for a fantasy football bet,
Partly.
or
I should be allowed to be a U.S.
governor.
Embassy person.
You want to be a U.S. embassy person?
Yeah, I should run the U.S. embassies.
And which country?
Um,
All of them?
Ethiopia.
That could be fun.
No.
No. Which one would you want to be? Like something easy, like France
No,
or something?
Canada.
Canada.
Well, actually, I don't want to go to
A.
Canada. Germany'd be cool. Italy.
Italia. Yeah, because you said you want to roam them.
Italy would be kind of cool, except for it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
South America.
Oh, yep. That
That's
stands
where-
for South America.
That's where the Peruvian puff pepper is.
Ooh, wasn't that what show was that?
Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh, classic show. Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my last thought.
I had one final thought, and you might hate me for this because you probably won't get the answer, and all the listeners are going to hate me as well.
Lay it
So
on me. I got it.
I have a riddle.
I don't know.
Yes. So here's the riddle we're going to end you with. Literally, it's going to end you. You're going to be up at night, and you won't be able to figure this out.
I got it. Here we go.
So
I'm a titan of industry.
here is the riddle.
Is that the riddle?
Yeah?
Is that the riddle?
No, here it is. I'm
Oh.
about to say it. There are two men.
Two.
They are big not kayakers, they're big canoers.
Canoers. Okay.
And they decided to take their canoe one day to the middle of Africa. Yes,
Oh.
they went to the Sahara Desert to canoe.
Okay.
You know, because why not? They wanted a little bit of a challenge, so that's why they went there.
Uh-huh.
And they put their canoe out, and they just started rowing. Like, they were just going at it. And, you know, they're having a good time. Like, they're having a good conversation. They're enjoying life. And they just keep rowing and, like, rowing and rowing and rowing. And they're going for a while. And this eventually, like, something kind of popped in the guy's head up front, like in the front of the canoe. Because, you know, you're going front
They're
to back.
in one canoe.
Yeah, they're one canoe.
Okay.
One canoe. And eventually, he just kind of looked back at the other guy and is like, "Where's your paddle?" And the guy in the back is just like, "Sure does." Why does that make sense?
Where is your paddle? Sure does. Where's your paddle? Where they're rowing and rowing and rowing. Where's your paddle? Sure does. Hold on.
I'll give you 30 seconds. Otherwise, we'll go on, and you have time to think about this week.
People at home, you need to scream out the answer. Scream it into your car or your shower or wherever you're listening,
Mm-hmm.
or at your dog. They're rowing. They're going nowhere. They're in the Sahara. There's no water, so you don't bring a paddle to the desert.
15 seconds.
No, I need more. I need 20.
This is not going to be a good part.
Give me 25 minutes. I got this.
Okay. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where's your paddle? Sure does.
Okay.
The person's name is Paddle.
That is not correct.
The
But you have time to think about it. And you have to wait until next week to hear the answer.
horse's name is Friday.
Yes, the horse's name is Friday. You're correct. So, yes, I hope this doesn't drive you too insane, but that's the riddle. It drove me insane, I think in 2018 when I went to Connecticut camps as a counselor, someone told to me, and I thought about it for days. And then I finally figured it out. I might have had help. I might have had hints at some point, but it was nuts.
This makes me want to release snakes into your brother's house.
It's crazy. But, yeah, that's the paddle. That's my final thought. And, yeah, just sponsor of the week. Let's just go into it. Jesus. Yeah, we need Jesus right now. You need Jesus right now, especially
I need
after
Jesus.
that riddle.
You saying I'm violent?
I'm just saying you need some sort of hope after that poor performance.
Psalm 9, starting in verses 7. So, but the Lord sits enthroned forever, and he establishes his throne for justice. And he judges the world with righteousness. He judges the peoples with uprightness. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. Sing praises to the Lord who sits enthroned in Zion. Tell among the people of his deeds. That's kind of cool. I think. Well, I'm not sure who wrote it. I'm guessing David, which is really interesting because we're in Psalm 9 right there where he's saying, praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. And then in Psalm 42, he's sitting here saying, like, Lord, why have you forsaken me? And because they're two drastically different things whenever you look at the context, because in Psalm 9, I think he's riding high on the mountain. He's king of, was it Israel?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that at the time. But then in Psalm 42, he's on the run. People are hunting him and wanting to kill him, and he's in a cave being like, I can't escape this, and I never can find a break from being hunted for my belief in you, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a really good callback to the goodness of God and how he provides and has not forsaken you.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Good word, you know? Shout out to Jesus, number 1 sponsor of the week. And that's always just a great transition to our number 2 sponsor of the week, which is Jake Trussenard.
Our sucky number 2.
Hey, he is still a sponsor. We would not be where we are today without him.
Yeah, here's the thing. He reminds me of Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Why does he remind you of Burt Reynolds?
Because he's not Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. That's a good word. That's another good word.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow.
So a lot of people have called me one of the great philosophers of our time.
Yeah. Hey, Dane, you're one of the great philosophers of our time.
I need to tell people something that I discovered on Instagram yesterday.
Okay.
So somebody put this on their story, and I'm not sure that I can. Dang it! They took it down because it's been over.
It's been a while at this point. It's by
been
the
a
time you
day.
listen.
Yeah, but it was Casey Catolic, and she said, or she put up a story on her post, and it said, on this date in history, Sir Isaac Newton discovered the theory of gravity. Also on this date in history, T-Pain rhymed mansion with Wisconsin.
That's a good one. I love the mansion with Wisconsin. Yeah, that's good.
All in Wisconsin.
It's like it starts so just like, wow, okay, that's a big part in our history. And then that's a bigger part in our history, Wisconsin mansion.
I mean, if you had to think about who was the bigger titan of industry and one of the great philosophers of our time,
Kanye West, Eminem,
it was
50 Cent,
50 Cent,
Taylor Swift,
T-Pain.
T-Pain, Soulja Boy.
We're gonna get these girls one day, man.
Hey.
Yeah, I hope so. Man, shout out to T-Pain.
Buy you a drink.
I'm gonna buy you a drink. I sang that at work one day. When I'm sitting in my cubicle, sometimes I'll just start singing out loud and hoping people will chime in with me. And I did buy you a drink one day. I started being like, "Shawty snap." They're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Snap your fingers. You can do it all by yourself." And then somebody in the back goes, "Baby girl."
Hey.
And I was like, "Let's go."
Oh, that's good. That's good. Man, and he looked behind. He's like, "Wait, that's T-Pain." I didn't know. I know you hadn't made music in a while, but I didn't realize you were working here. How you doing?
We all started singing. It was great.
That's honestly pretty sweet right there. Let's go. That's a core memory. That's one of the ones you tell your kids about.
That's what I'm saying. They need to know who T-Pain was.
Yeah, that's good. That's
It's like how I know who the Spinners are.
Mm-hmm. That all came from Jake Trust and Art being our number 2 sponsor.
Shout out Jake Trust and Art. He creatively stimulated our thoughts.
Yes, and that's why he's still a sponsor of the pod. But number 3
Is Ronald McDonald. Because he's only the third greatest Ronald in history.
Because he doesn't have the black mold like Burger King.
Exactly.
That's why.
Exactly. And he's only the third greatest Ronald of all time.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald McDonald's number 3.
Yep.
So Ronald,
NL MVP.
huh?
NL MVP this year.
Oh, and Ronald Acuna
There
Jr.
you go, Ronald Acuna.
I was thinking for some reason NFL, and I was like, who are we talking about here?
Yeah. You want to know who number 4 is?
I don't know.
Ronald Weasley.
Ronald Weasley. Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Harry Potter. Adabra-cadabra. Vidavra.
Here's the thing.
Harry
Potter, the boy who lived,
Yes.
come to die. Swear that was the spell that Voldemort
And
said
that's
right
why
there.
it didn't work.
I was like, also, one of the 4 deadly spells in Harry Potter is abracadabra. I'm like, really? Abracadabra?
Abracadabra. Wow. Open sesame.
I know. I'm like, you couldn't have come up with something better than that.
Silencio, por favor. Wait, that's just Spanish.
I hope you step on a Bear Grill
Yeah. Bear Grylls, shout out.
when you wrap this up.
Well, those are our sponsors. That's the pod. It was episode 34. I think David Ortiz was number 34.
He was.
And that's all we really got for this week. We're still holding strong. You're still staying strong. Just make sure to keep on following us on Spotify if you haven't yet. Leave us 5-star reviews and just keep doing your thing, you know?
Hey, Samuel,
Yeah.
you want to go get a croissant?
Let's go get a croissant.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, so this has been episode 34 of the Until Next Week podcast.
Ooh, a kangaroo.